Hi guys, so I'm making peri corn and you'd need fresh corn. I got this off the market, so I think it was about £1.80 for all of them. And you'd need a pan and salt, oil and whatever spice that you want to use. You can go ahead and use whatever it is you want, even just the salt and black pepper or just salt. This is just another way of cooking corn. I do have a boiled one, which most people would do, or barbecue if you're outside, or even just put in the grill if you're indoors. This is just another one that I like to do sometimes. So the peri spice I'm using has crushed chilies, garlic granules, cubed onions, black pepper, sea salt, basil, oregano, coriander, bay leaves, and chili powder. I really like this seasoning. I've already done a video on chicken with this. Okay, so we just wash the corn. Okay, so I've just put the oven on, the cooker on, and I'm going to put it on high heat in the beginning. You can see a kitchen towel. That's because I've been washing the corn, and that's just to soak up the water that will get soaked. That will come off, I mean. So there's nothing there at the moment, and now you just put all the ingredients, which is I'm going to start with the oil, and that will just help the thing stick to it, and pretty much just drizzle it over. Doesn't have to be. And this is the Sarah Croft pan, so you already know that it cooks really well with very little oil. So I won't be putting too much oil there. And then I will put the salt, like so, just as much as I want. And then I will put the seasoning, again, just as much as you want. You guys, you have to try this seasoning. It really is good. It just depends how spicy. Don't put too much because it will burn it, and you need to work quickly. Like right now, I'm just going to stop the video so I can get the seasoning on the corn itself and not frying in the oil by itself. Okay, so I went ahead and I took the brush just to apply it. It's probably much easier, but you can do it without a brush. Okay, so now that the pan is really hot, I'm going to turn it, and I'm going to turn it really low. I'll put it at 1 or maybe 2 because we don't have all day. I think I'll put it at, actually, I'll leave it at 1. It'll be fine. And yeah, you just need to keep checking it, and you can keep coming and doing this. But make sure you keep turning the corn itself. And that's about it. So we're about halfway through, and I don't know if you can see the difference. So this part would be the part that's been frying, as to this area where it's much lighter in color. So that's just how you know that part is done really, and you keep turning it. As I've said, carry on cooking it for as much as you want. It's really up to you. Of course, let it all have at least in the minimum this color everywhere. And yeah, with the cover, you can go ahead and cover it. I haven't done so yet, but you can if you're in a hurry. So I just have like a half to go. So this part is done and that part is done, you can see. And it's at 2. I couldn't remember the last time I said whether it was on 1 or 2, but it's on 2. Why you don't want it to be on high heat is because of the seasoning, whether it's on the pan or not, even just on the corn. You don't want it to burn, of course, because it's going to be really bitter. And even if it's too high, you might think that it's cooked when it's really not. But at the end of the day, this is just sweet corn. It doesn't take a long time to cook corn, so we're not cooking everything. It's just the outer area, and that doesn't take too long at all. The brush comes in handy to do this, but as I've said, you don't need a brush to do this because if you just need enough oil to settle in the corn, so you can literally just keep turning them and they will pick up the oil as you turn them, so it doesn't really matter with the brush. Okay, so I am done really, and what I do is when I think everything is cooked to how I want it, I crank up the heat. Okay, and that's now just to color it. I do have some color, if you can see, but you know, just to make it look a little bit nicer. And also, because this is peri, this is not something I would make for the children. I can make them just a plain one. This is something really that's nice for you and the others. And to have alongside something, I wouldn't necessarily make this and just eat it by itself, although you can, and I do, but it's really nice to accompany your dinner or lunch. Okay, so it's all done. Thank you for watching. I hope you try it. Take care. Bye.